Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to the episode of Paint to Paint. Also, bringing along a similar crew. We got one of them today. I'm not going to do this alone. You got to have help in life, you know? And this is presented by ScOutCast. That is what you can follow it at. I still have it under Twitter, under the handle at onside take. But also you can find it under the account of ScOutCast Media Hub. And also, like I said, we're not doing this alone. But before we start that and I bring in my friend, I want to say I apologize. We have had technical difficulties, logistical issues with Slash the Paint and, Get Fired Up. People, it's a lot of things going on, busy time of year. It's summer, it's people got plans and, we're going to make it work. So I'm sorry we went to a screeching halt. Charles from Bahamas, I know you're out there. Hey, everyone else, I hope to see your weather report here. I hope you get a hold of all this. But let's go ahead and bring my partner in crime in because you guys know him. He's a terror in the paint. He will not faint because that dude is going to absolutely make you just go away. He will dunk on you, blow by you, and make sure that you regret to be you. Excuse me. This guy's name is Mr. Jordan Ramos, fresh from the subway.
Hey, Rock. Nice to see you again. Just 2 days ago, I died inside, and I somewhat coped with it. Went through with a lot of coping, a lot of crying inside and pain, but it's all good. Going home right now just to cry more after a long day in jury duty.
I was just about to say, and in the reward was jury duty. That was your reward. There you go. You should have told him. You should have told him that you hate people or something. Like, I can always tell when someone's.
I love and hate people.
I just hate people. I can't wait to put someone in prison. I don't care if they get deserved or not. That's what you should. You should have lied to get out of it. What are you doing? All right. Well, that is a fun thing because also that's a great segue. Well, it's a segue to a sad thing because this was not exactly New York's finest moment. But they tried. Oh, Lord. Oh, man. The Knicks fallout. And what's next? I think we should start right now honestly, we should start with just a simple question, Did the Knicks, I know this is a retort, was it more on the Knicks collapse with their injuries? Or was it more on the Pacers and their record-setting playoff shooting percentage? It was incredible. So, I mean, it's just we're an extension of, we aren't. This is not a show part of Total Apex Sports, but this is an extension of we're using the same players here, and we are going to carry over our love for Jalen Brunson into this show. Because I love
exactly.
him. And if you look at their report, it's just, man. So Tibbs is getting a lot of flack from outside people. New York fans love Tibbs. I'm gonna see what let's go with your reaction first. Let me hear it.
What else is there to say? Like, literally, what else is there to say? Like, it's a mixture of both. Like, we could have won even without Randall. Like, we won the first series without Randall, and like we almost won like this series, but like we just let it go. Like if you see, like if you want to really dissect the series, the Knicks basically lost the series after Game 3, after that Nail Smith game-winning 3, like because it gave the Pacers a lot of momentum. Like the Knicks were blowing Game 4. They finally got some, like they barely got some momentum back in Game 5 with the own blowout, but even then, like, which is like that was like their final glimpse of hope. But Game 6, they just blew. Game 6 and 7, they just choked. They just pooped the bed.
Yeah. Hey, thank you.
You can
Hold
blame.
on, thank you, thank you, executive producers. Is Tibbs running them too many minutes? That's I'll let sorry, continue. I just had to ask.
I mentioned yes and no. I mentioned yes and no, but like, well, to stare at you only have 6 healthy players, and like Al Burks is giving playout minutes, and even though he did well in Game 7, like it wasn't enough. Like OG and Anobi only played like 5 minutes, and he was probably on Torador and painkillers, along with Josh Hart. But yeah, it was a mixture of like injuries and letting the Pacers just shoot around the garden, and Tyrese Halliburton being a being a little punk, like wearing a Reggie Miller jersey, even though he didn't wear it inside. That's the thing. Like he wore it after the game, after the win. But so congrats to the Pacers. They're the more healthy team. They're a more well-paced team. The faster-paced team, and the Knicks going to catch up. It's like, what else is there to say?
I mean, yeah, one can be true with the other. That is absolutely true. One can definitely be true with the other. The Pacers outplayed them, out-rebounded them in 2 straight games. Hartenstein, I mean, it was like Hartenstein, but was getting Siakam went off on rebounding. The passing was in Halliburton. Hallie went just off. But the Knicks, yeah, I mean, and after JB broke his hand, that was just they were already losing anyway, but that was a wrap. I mean, you can't have Vinny Chenzo scoring 42 points and winning a game. So that's not a good sign. But there's another executive producer. Executive producers also have something else here. Hold on here. Let's see what they got. Oh, there's another star needed, or run this group together back. Run it back.
That's literally a tough question. Like, hopefully we can resign OG, like, and hope Randall gets healthy. Like one of the things Knicks fans are probably gonna want is Mitchell, but even then, I'm like, it might take a lot. So like, with the group right now, maybe they could get around one, but Dante DiVincenzo, like, is a six man. It's a six man. Like, he's a good start. He's good. He's a good starting caliber player, but like, he's not one of your main players because you were just done by injuries. So like, maybe another shooting guard, maybe like. But again, this group could go to a final next season. I won't be shocked if they make a run next season. But I'm also, sorry.
No, you're good. Continue. I'm fault.
Yeah, but one of my major concerns is like, what if we run into the same issues again and again and again? Like, that's going to be like a hamster wheel. But hopefully they could get together with lack of injuries and such next year.
Well, let me postulate a hypothetical for you. I don't believe this. I'm not going to say if I believe it or do believe it. What do you think? When I'm a star, I agree they need another piece, and I think that I'll go ahead and say I think that's awesome. But would you take maybe a Kevin Durant on your team to try and go after him, or you think that, or would that mess up the entire flow of everything?
No. Yeah, no. You saw him in Brooklyn. You saw him in Phoenix. Once the team had the inch of like falling apart, he's like the princess. He's like Princess Peach. He's gonna go to another castle. He's gonna go to another team.
I gotta get. I like KD, man. I think he just wants to go and ball, but I also don't.
Yeah.
Someone made a good point though today. I heard it on several networks that Tibbs has a very strict system. And he's like his players love him, but if you don't buy in, you're not going to play if you don't buy into his system because it's like 2-hour practice a day, 2-hour film session a day. I mean, that's like strict. He's so focused. I don't know how a lot of players wouldn't be able to go with that. See, that's why I think you focus on the draft, or you focus on maybe a good keep. We'll see who get. You got to re-sign Hartenstein probably. That's a probably unless you want to and maybe trade if you want to trade Mitchell Robinson. I don't know. It depends. But they need another scoring big. They need a scoring big for sure. Because I think they have the wing pieces. And but he can't run Josh Hart as much as he did. I know because none of those there was only one starter, original starter left. That was KB. Yeah. But they're all worthy of it. So, and also, I don't know if they're going to re-sign DiVincenzo.
No, they already signed. No, they signed to a 3-year deal.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He's there from the next 2 seasons, if I remember correctly.
All right. Well, so that's what's next for them. They got a lot of capital. They got a lot of money saved up. Rose, I can't remember his first name, but Rose, their GM.
Yeah, Rose.
He has done a very fantastic job with them. He is very patient, very steadfast, and look what happened. There you go.
Yes.
Also, I love Austin Rivers said today. He said they were talking about who's going to win the champion, like the whole thing, and they were saying Minnesota, and he's like, "No, they can't do that." He's like, "Why not?" Oh, it's personal. It's personal for me. It's like 2 years ago, he's like 2 years ago I left Denver to go to Minnesota. And Denver won it the next year. And then I just left. I just left Minnesota this year to go do ESPN. So if it's like, you know how much it's going to hurt me? You're going to have to call to check on me. I'm like, damn. That's what I'm saying.
No, give him a gift basket. Give him the nepotism gift basket.
Nepotism. Well, that would just be like a contract to the Sixers. That's what, or no, sorry, my bad. Contract to the Bucks. My bad.
No, exactly. Another.
Don't
worry. Dot still believes in him. He got one more year. One more year.
Yeah, we'll see. No, it's more like Doc's more like this. One more year, guys. It's one more year. Come on, let's get out of there. Come on. You gotta stretch your larynx. There you go. Mm-hmm. So let's get off this. Let's get off since you're in New York, and it's actually apropos you're on the subway because it makes it so much more New York. He was getting off at Brooklyn over here.
No, I'm from the Bronx. I'm going home, maybe.
Oh, the Bronx. My bad. All right, Brooklyn Bronx. Yeah, or not the Brooklyn. The Bronx Bombers. Hey,
exactly.
All right. Which is actually because they didn't. That's a rough week for New York. They lost last night too. Well, you know what? You know who's not having a good time? Let's project somewhere else to someone who's also having a rough time right now, and that would be Cece right now. She is 0-4, or she's not. Her team is 0-4. She's actually the leading scorer on her team and the leading assister on their team, the leading sister on her team, and. Question is, where is Aaliyah Boston right now? Where is she? What has she disappeared to? So I mean, it's a mystery. But the question is now, how do you think of her progress so far? And also, there's another slash to that new partnership with Wilson. I've never heard of anyone getting a partnership with Wilson before. Oh,
you mean the Wilson basketball thing?
Yeah. By the way, notice how I put Wilson in all caps. It was like Wilson. Forgot to yell it. My bad. Wilson.
I'm sorry.
Wilson. So I'm like, I think it's hilarious. Like, have you ever heard of anyone sign? It's like someone signing with Spalding.
Never in life, and that's why the WNBA should. She's their marketing cash out. She's the that's why a lot of the teams are roughing up because she's the golden girl. She's the golden goose.
The golden goose.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she is.
And they feel like, hey, you just came up, like, this isn't college, like. And I think, but to answer that question, like, I think Caitlin Clark's gonna be fine. Like, even though the it's the Indiana Fever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Indiana Fever are complete. I don't want to say dumpster fire, but like they are gonna improve in a year or two. Like, this is like the first steps of the new process. Like, they're not gonna be contenders overnight. Like, it's really just a process. And like, getting Caitlin Clark used to like WNBA, and like just get used to it, and like maybe in year two she could be the dynamic player that like they're both both the Fever and the WNBA are hoping for. Like, even then, she's doing good now. She's doing well. She's doing well right now, and being the assist leader of a team, like, she's at least sharing the ball.
And that's what she's good at. And I mean, she's
Yeah.
also there's something to consider about this too. In the 4 games she's played two teams. She's played only two. She's played the same 2 teams twice,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been Connecticut, who's pretty good, and she's played the New York. Speaking of New York, the Liberty twice as well, and they gave them hell. They gave the Liberty hell the other night, last night. So, I mean, and she got a T. I hadn't seen her get a T before. That was funny. But I mean, she's definitely. I have no problem with it. I mean, and her next game is against Seattle, which is Seattle Storm, which is it's not exactly a welcome sight either. And besides, like you said, they're the number 1 pick 2 years in a row for a reason. That's just that's just how it is. There's a reason that they were. So I mean, it's all good. I think she's doing, but the Wilson thing, I think it's awesome. I just think it's hilarious because I've still never. It's like it's like
That's
Derek,
just hilarious. It's like
Derek Rose back in the day saying, "I'm signing with Spalding." Like, oh, what are you gonna have your own basketball? I mean, I guess she might have her own basketball. I don't think does Wilson make anything else other than just sports like gear, like
something. I don't know.
I got you. Are you gonna switch over to another thing here?
Hope. Yeah.
All
Yes.
right, I'll hold it down. I'll hold it down for a second, brother.
Thank God I'm home.
Home on the range. Well, on that note, I will also, like I said, hold it down. It is a very, very awesome sight to see her fired up, and she is like the leader of her team. It seems like leading by example, and that's all you can hope for. Leah Boston needs to show up, but yeah, they're not deep at all. And the smartest thing they've done is put her off the ball instead of playing point, like bringing up point all the time. That is not her. That's what her forte was in college, but her best spot or best thing right now is getting open space to cut and also being able to get that second position and look for her lead pass. So we'll see what she's making paper right now, but she's also allowing the WNBA as a whole to make paper too. So I love it. I'm very happy. This is also great for all women's sports as a whole. But let's see what's also great a little bit further down the road. Well, a little bit further down the road from the Bronx is something that's going to be playing tonight. Is the C's chip or bust? And who would it fall on if it did fall short this year? I've heard this. I know this question has been played out. And I know I've said in my description of this, I was not going to do the same old conversations with everyone all day. But, I mean, it's happening right now, right in front of our eyes. Not them crumbling, but they're about to play. I think this is a very, very interesting matchup. I think people are writing Indiana. Excuse me. I was going to say Indianapolis with 2 Indiana teams in a row. I didn't even realize. But it's I think people are writing Indiana Pacers off. They're writing them off. And hey, welcome. I was just saying, just down the road, not too far away, in the New England area, from the tri-state to the New England area, is the C's chip or bust. And I said, I know it's been played out today, but it is happening tonight. I don't know about them busting, but I'm talking about just the game is. I said people are writing off, ironically, 2 Indiana teams in a row, but I'm talking about the Pacers. They are being written off, and I think that it's going to actually help them, especially with their youth, coming off such a close gap to their previous series. Now, and especially since they're so deep and they're young and they've stayed healthy most of the season, minus Hallie for a little bit. And then the second part of that question is, if it does fall short, who is it going to fall on? The blame, mostly, whether it's fair or not. That is what I propose to you, my friend.
As for Boston, if they lose,
if they lose to either this series or next series, but I mean, especially this series, Boston's gonna want Musula's head on a pike, because two straight Eastern Conference Finals, like three, right? Three, right? Because they lost against the Warriors. They've been to 3 straight. Yeah, they've been to 6 out of 8. They've been to 6 out of 8, but they had Ime Udoka for
3 straight Eastern Conference. Yeah, 3.
This is Missoula. This is Missoula on his second year.
Yeah. Missoula's on his second year. He made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year and this year. Boston's probably going to want heads on pikes, because the team not Missoula made 3 straight. They lost to the Warriors in the finals. They lost to Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, and this series they're facing against a young Pacers team. And if they lose, they will want people heads on pikes. Musula is probably going to be the scapegoat, even though it's his second year, and he's still getting used to the system. And they probably want Jason Tatum on pike, head on pike, because he's been on all these commercials. He I think it was last year or 2 years ago. He sent that text to Kobe, and I was like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah,
they're tired of him. Jaylen Brown's been on and off again. They masked him, so have fun with that, Boston. If he keeps turning the ball, he keep giving the ball over to him, cast players, and it's probably mostly going to be on Musula if they lose this series.
But is it a bust if they lose in general in the championship? If they make it to the championship next round and then they lose, is it still bust? Bust. Okay.
Boston wants to win.
Even with Chris Schnapps, even without him, depending on if his availability, you still think that would be bust?
Boston. Like I said, 3 straight. I think it was 3 straight years in the Eastern Conference Finals. 1 finals appearance. They lost to Golden State. Boston wants championships now. They are a win now. They are a win now, in my personal opinion. But
no,
what do I know about sports?
Well, what you know is you're 100% right. Except for maybe one thing. I'll push back on one thing, but you're 100% right on. I love the Game of Thrones, like heads on pikes. Yeah. Missoula, you've heard me. If you watch Slash the Paint, and hopefully we'll be back on very soon, but we're going to hold it down on ScOutCast right now. For now, we will hold it down on ScOutCast, baby. Paint to paint. Don't want to step on any toes on our own. Don't want to step on our own toes. But we'll get fired up, etc. Shout out Total Apex. Love you, Gabe. Love you, Don. Love you, Andre. They're busy people.
I love you all. We love you all, man. We love you all, guys. We love you all.
Charles, I need to find you to get you on here so you can show us your weather reports from the Bahamas. I miss it. It's not the same looking at a weather report without looking at yours instead. It makes me happy. So this is an easy one for me, even without Chris Schnapps. This team, he wasn't there for a while, and they still had they coasted. I feel like they pulled the anti-tip Tom Thibodeau because they coasted into the play because they clinched so early. They just chilled, and then they've had. Yes, people talk about the Pacers and their easy route. It was easy and easier, I guess. It's the same thing for the C's. The C's have had injured. The East is just all crippled. These are the only two teams that are moderately available. Like the Pacers are available. The only person injured of consequence for the C's is Chris Schnapps. And and for who doesn't know, I'm talking about Kristaps Porzingis, but I call him Chris Schnapps.
God! Pingis.
I'm so sad I don't get to say Michelob Ultra anymore. I'm so sad about that. Oh, I like saying it because I still like coining it, but I am coining it. It's all right. I have coined it. It's trademarked. All right. So yes, no matter what, this series would be an absolute just wow. Like Missoula won't make it out of the facility.
He won't even make it out of the building. You'll probably.
That's what I just said. He's like, he won't make it out of the damn facility. And if he loses in general, I've been saying this. You heard it on Slash the Paint. I've said it way early on. I said, this is on him. He doesn't win, he's going to get fired. I'm calling it now. And people looked at me like I was wild. I mean, not everyone did, but I was like, I'm wise beyond my years, and I'm saying this is a player-driven league. Jason Tatum is going to get 300 mil plus no matter what happens this series or next series. He could pull a Houdini like he usually does. He's still getting that bag. They gave it to JB. They're giving it to JT. Don't even. The only person that's left to get rid of is the other J, which is JM, Joe Mazzulla. Because look, Darvin Ham. Oh dang!
Has been cooked.
Ham. Who's the guy from the Suns? I forgot his name already. The Suns. I always get him mixed up with Carlisle.
Vogel got kicked. Vogel got drafted to the Sun.
Vogel. Clifford got ran out of town from Charlotte. That's not that surprising. And I like Clifford. Although they gave him he's got an advisory position now though. He's like working in the president of operations office. He's not the president of operations, but he got a cushy little office, and so I'm actually happy. Good for Steve Clifford. That's a different story though. Different story for maybe tomorrow. And it's just a turnover. And look at the Bucks. They already got rid of a coach in midseason. Who knows? It's everything. Everything's up in the air right now. So yeah, Missoula better win a championship no matter what happens, because Boston media is going to run him out. And who would it fall on? It's going to fall on him. That's the answer. Him. Well, it's going to fall on everyone. It's going to fall on Tatum. It's going to be like 20% Tatum, 20% JB, maybe 15% JB, and whatever's left is going to be on then maybe like 10% on Brad Stevens, which is hilarious because and then it's going to be the rest on Missoula because someone has to be the shout out to the movie coming out. He's the fall guy. He's the fall guy. he's the Ryan Gosling. He's the fall guy. He's the scapegoat. So
I love it.
He's out. He's out if it happens, man. I mean, I don't even have a problem with him. I have a problem with the fact he's like almost my age and he's a coach of an NBA team. That bothers me. Bothers the crap out of me. It's not his fault. It just bothers the crap out of me. Come on, guys. I can do it. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. I don't even know if the Hornets.
E-Rock, you'll probably get fired in week one
Are the
after
Hornets-
on the first week.
Have the Hornets even hired a coach yet? Hornets, you haven't hired a coach yet. Come on.
Yeah. Don't. You're not gonna regret this, guys. You're not gonna regret him. He's bald. No. He's handsome. And also, if he shaves the beard, he might give up the Tyson Fury image. He's gonna.
I don't have enough. If I started coaching, well, I will, because I'm about to start doing summer league for CP3 league again. I'm getting the beard back. I'm going back with the beard. That's the good luck. Actually, this was good luck for a while, but I'm getting
the small goatee is good, but like once he shave out, he'll give up some Titan Fury rage, some licking fetishes, of course, but still, he's gonna do it. Everyone.
If anyone doesn't, I don't know what that was either, guys. Just to be honest, I don't know what that was either. I'm not even gonna try and comprehend what that was. So on the dear Lord. So here it comes down to, we've already said it, but yeah, that's going to be the percentages broken up too. But Brad Stevens will catch some of the flack because because they ain't getting rid of Tatum. They're not getting rid of Stevens either, but that's just the fact. But you know what? Speaking of Boston, it is T-minus 1 hour and 6 minutes, give or take, probably a little bit more, till tip-off. So, what we do on Slash the Paint and what we're going to do as an echo through ScOutCast right now, because we want you to win money. I'm going to tell you, I take Lyft, and I'm also in Buffalo Wild Wings to watch, or other assorted places, depending on where's not as busy. Or it really comes down to who has the most TVs. So I can keep track of bets. Because I want to make sure everyone, the people, you beautiful people out there, world, can make money. I'm always saying oh yeah, you work in betting. Hey. I'm like, all right, well, so I'm teaching them how to use this and that. So you know what? It wouldn't be this kind of show with one of our classic pairings right here of me and Jay. E and J, there you go. Like the brandy, there you go. Not a brandy fan. It kind of worked out.
Don't worry, it's gonna work out.
Here's I set it up. Home team is on the far left. Made sure I did it the same way so everyone is used to it. 10.5 is what I checked. I'll make sure it did not change. I'm sure it did. It actually the line started originally at 14.5, which I'm assuming is because they didn't know if Chris Schnapps was going to play or not. Now they know he's not going to play. So, and I can't wait to get to tomorrow's game, because that's going to be fun for betting. Oh, it's gone down again.
Yep.
Oh, let me modify it. Which one?
Yep, I'm looking at DraftKings. Oh boy.
Actually, I'm not even going to modify it.
+10 for the Pacers.
Hold on, I'm just going to type this in. Hold on. No, it's 9.5. All right, hold on. Let me get this on the banner here. 9.5. 5. And then the total's still the same. Everything else is still the same. Okay. Scroll add banner. All right. Oh, wait. Yeah. All right, there we go. So it's 9.5 now. There you go. Quick executive producers. Thank you. Thank you for helping us out. The eyes in the sky. Woo. So 9.5 has dropped again a full point. They are seeing something that I'm seeing as well. This is going to be a closer series than people think it's going to be. Now the question is, people think that Indiana might steal. If they're going to steal one, it'd be game 2. I think it's going to be game 1 if they steal. I think it's going to be tonight if they steal one, because they have the momentum, or they have continuity, the momentum. They have fire in their eyes, fire under their asses. I think they're going to go. They got a fire under their ass. They're going to go out there, and I think they're going to be hustling. And I think that Boston's already been laissez-faire enough going into all these things. I don't know. I see this going 1-1, going back to Indianapolis. And let me go ahead and go to you. but I'm not going to go with my pick yet. I will let you start it off. 9.5. What do you got? And give me your give me a player and give me a player prop as well.
Here's the thing. E-Rock. I don't disagree. I literally don't disagree. I think Indiana might steal this one because not only do they have the momentum, Porzingis is out.
Yep.
Which means they're going to attack. They're going to attack. They're going to outrun. They're going to outrun Tatum Brown. While God knows what Derek White is doing, he might step up or not. But like even then, it's like they're just a fast paced team, which I really respect.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think Indiana's gonna win this one, and I might even pick them for the money line, like 350.
Whew, yeah.
And it's probably gonna go. I'm probably gonna go the over on 222. And sorry.
No. I was just thinking. That's all. My bad. Continue. Yeah. I'm sorry.
And for my player prop, I'm so happy. Like the only one I'm legitimately happy for is Obi Toppin because he finally gets his playoff success. I think he has a good night with the three plays over 0.5. I think he might make at least around like 1 or 2 threes.
I like it. Here's what I think of this series is right here. Look, ready? Sure. Point toss. I don't think it's. I think this is going to go either way. I think this series. I mean, I can see this going 6 or 7, and I don't even know who's going to win it. But I do know this. I do believe for everyone out there, I'm going to give you two. I'm going to give you a cabbie rock. This is my off the apex cabbie rock here. This is my ScOutCast cabbie rock, and that would be. By the way, it's a caveat, but it's a cabbie rock. Get the wordplay, everyone. All right. So, if you want to be safe, I say take India, and I was going to say Indianapolis again, and take Indiana covering the spread. It's a 9.5. That if you want to be safe. Mm-hmm. Even though people are going to say, no, Boston. Yes, in theory, Boston should kick the crap out of them. In theory.
Hopefully. Bitter fans, hopefully.
We'll see. In theory, on paper, yes, but I don't believe it. I don't believe you. I don't believe it. But if you're feeling ballsy, I agree with my cohort here, and I would take the money line because I think it pays at 350 pays out a very good amount. You put in 10, you're going to get back like 35. Put in 20. Anyway, I'm not going to do that. I'm terrible at math. I have a beautiful mind. I work in betting and I know sports, but I can't do math in my head real quick. So I have a beautiful mind.
We all have beautiful minds, E-Rock.
There you go.
It's just mine's just more beautiful than anyone else's.
There you go. Stay humble, baby. No, yeah, I mean, smart move. Take the spread for Indiana. Bold pick. Money for the money. Take the money line because if they're gonna steal a game in Boston, first game's where it's gonna be. I don't see the second game. The second game is where they get more. Yeah, they've had tape on Indiana. Boston's had tape on Indiana. They lost to them fairly handily in the play-in or in the midseason tournament, but they didn't have players at that time. Then Indiana lost to him, but they didn't have Hallie in that game. This is going to be the first game where I think both of them, minus Chris Schnapps, is like in Indiana. All right, here's one thing I did not mention. Here's something that was overlooked about the Knicks game. Did you know or notice that, and I've been saying this, I was saying it the whole series. Indiana was like, dude, they are shorthanded and you are deep and you're fast and young. You get the ball, you press it every single time. I don't care who we got to get the ball to. Even if it's Miles Turner, get the ball, press it down. They were doing. It was a sprint. It was like they were running sprints down the court, and that's where I was just like, it was just ruining them. And I think they're going to do the same thing to Boston. Boston is not the same as that. They're also bigger and they're more able to control the pace. But I think they're going to take a very similar approach. And Indiana passes the ball better than any team in the NBA. They have the leading assist player. These are the two top offenses in the NBA, and Indiana's the top assists, and they have the highest pace. I mean, the over 222.5 is a steal. I mean, I don't care. I would even bump it up just to make it an even more interesting thing to like 230.5, because I think, and you can do that with a money line if you're feeling saucy. You're feeling nice and saucy tonight. That would give you a beast return.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And that's why I don't really bet.
Yeah, I mean, this is tomorrow's game is going to be a real, B word to for all that. I don't want to offend anyone. It's going to be a real pain in the ass to bet on tomorrow. This is a game. This is a series you can bet on. Every game you're going to have player props. You're going to have totals are going to be locked most of the time. This will be interesting. And if you're feeling also a little bit cautious, you can always do in-game betting. So you can see how the trends are going in the first and second quarter, and then go from there. But so I'm taking smart move if you're feeling cautious. Indiana covering, bold move 350 line. Definitely take over. Maybe an alternate spread if you're feeling saucy. A little sauce on your enchilada. A little extra sauce on your enchilada. Go with 230.5. Shout out to Siddharth, my dude. He's the overlord. I didn't even say, you know what? I'm going to go Siddharth. I'm going to go full Siddharth here, overlord. 235.5. Let's go, Siddharth. There you go. 235.5. Shout out. There we go. All right. And so that gives you a return of, if you at $10 and you can do a 2-leg parlay, maybe plus a player prop. That's going to give you at $10. You can make up to at least, I don't know the money, like the numbers at the top of my head, probably like $80. It's like my guess, just for $10. And it's not a bad bet. Mm-hmm. You can always never be hesitant. And I'll tell everyone else this when I go watch it in a little while. In-game betting, looking for trends. There's no shame in that. Okay. Trust me. It's not, you're still going to make money. I've made a lot of money doing it. I've lost more money doing before game than after, and then mid game. But I don't lose that much because I do micro betting because you got to have money to make money, and I need to make more money. So you got to start somewhere, everyone. All right, my player prop. I'm going to give you 3 options. World, not America, world, internet. All right, tell me what you think about this, Jordan. Pay attention. Pay attention. I want you to know this. Look at me in the eyes.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking you in the eyes
right
now.
Shout out to my boy No Earmuffs Joe, also part of our team on both channels. Trio, meaning points plus rebounds plus assists. Aaron Naismith, who is playing outstanding basketball right now. 16.5. He will eclipse 16.5, I would predict. They have an equal distribution. All their starters scored over 20 points, I'm pretty sure, last game against the Knicks. Again, the Knicks were banged up, but that's still pretty awesome. Now, if you go on Prize Picks, you got the Green Goblin, the Spider-Man's Green Goblin, which means you get 5x, I think, or 10x of your bet. It's 13.5 points for Miles Turner. Miles Turner has been beast moding it from stretch 4, stretch 5 position. I think he's very, very active on the boards as well. He's also he's quick off the dribble. The only thing that sucks is that his on the ball defending is a little shaky. And here's another one. Here's the third option here. And I don't know I don't know which one. I'll give you a choice. Hey, Jordan, pick one for the people here. Pick one for the people. Green Goblin over here. Nimhart, 3.5 assists over, or Drew Holiday, 12.5 points, more or less, or less or more. It'll be positive. Less or more. That's tough.
I might pick the Green Goblin because I might pick the Green Goblin because he was just so fast and like. And it flows he flows so well with the Pacers offense in the last series that like got nothing but respect for him. And I think he's going to surpass Drew Holiday.
I think because I don't know what Drew Holiday is going to go out and do. That's the thing. He's going to be mainly on the defensive stand up right there. I agree with you on that one. Who's the white dude who's scrappy as anything for Indiana? He is. Came from Philadelphia.
TJ McConnell.
That's him. McConnell. Yeah, He's got a 10-point less or more. I'm not going to touch it because I don't know what he's going to do. He's mainly a scrappy. He's awesome.
Kind of hope he breaks something, but that's just me being bitter. But that's life.
Damn, man. Okay. Well, he does not speak here for ScOutCast. He does not speak for Paint to Paint. I do not hope he breaks anything. There's been enough injuries in these Eastern Conference playoffs here. Okay,
I'll try to behave.
Yeah, you say you can relate with that, Knicks fan. Come on, there's been enough injuries around here. All right, but that's where we got for this game. Now, let's go ahead and let's see here. There's one other thing I really want to. Okay, one more thing about this game before we move on, and then we're gonna start wrapping it up. This Indiana team, another reason you should not sleep on them is Rick Carlisle has got them gassed up. And I really love the front court. The only issue that was going on with Indiana was their defense, specifically on the front court, but their back court is really, really talented, and they're young, and they can all shoot. Every one of them can shoot. Miles Turner can shoot, but his issue was, can he actually defend on the low block? They don't have Chris Schnapps tonight. That's not going to be as much of an issue because Pritchard is not going to back him down like that. I mean, Al Horford's not going to back him down. Mr. Ageless is not going to do that. He's been spending more time posted up in or camped out over on the perimeter and doing face to the basket. So this is going to be a real issue for the C's. The question is, it's so cliche, but the X factor has to be the top two, the two J's, double J or triple J in this case, assuming that Missoula keeps his job after this year. So if Jason Tatum pulls a Houdini, oh man, they're gonna get stomped in this one as a surprise. I'm just saying that now. They should win. But I'm telling you. So, Darth, shout out to you, 235.5. I'm telling you, boost that baby. All right. Now, speaking of moving and boosting, boost yourself, man. That's what you said. What you got to say? What you got to say? And where will we find you? Where will we find you? And if you got anything you want to anything at sports that you wanted to say hey, we didn't cover this. I just want to do a shout out, and then plug yourself out.
Yeah. I want to how do I say it? I want to shout out to the NFL's Devontae Parker. He was a really underrated piece for the Dolphins in the 2021 season. But he retired yesterday, and I do appreciate him as an NFL fan. That's an NBA fan. I want the Pacers to be stomped like the buck they are, because I do not want I want my enemies to be happy, and then I want Boston to be stomped, because no one in the Eastern Conference should be happy. And when we find me, you can follow me on JCRound6898 on Twitter. You can also follow me on TikTok, JC JC Ramos 79, and you can also find me on IG at JC Ramos 6898.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Is that what you're trying to say?
No, the enemy of my enemy is my friend until the next series, in which they're still my enemies. I do not want my enemies to be happy.
You're just going straight up you're going straight up Game of Thrones today. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Especially in football and baseball.
Oh,
if
Lord.
Philadelphia faces saying I want Satan to drop 4 touchdowns, pass 500 yards, and do a touchdown celebratory dance.
So you're just trying to get you just want Austin Rivers. You want Glenn's son. As shout out to Andre. You want Glenn's son to be sad. Apparently, you're like you want Minnesota to win. So both of his ex teams have won it, but he's not there.
Minnesota needs a title.
Yeah, unlike his pops, or his pops actually has a title in Austin. There you go. I actually like Austin Rivers, even though he's a Dookie. I don't have a problem with him. Yep. All right. Well, that's awesome. What do I got to say? Yeah. I don't usually have a loss for words, and I don't this time either. So I just want to shout out 2 things. One, golf tournament. The PGA Championship this weekend was absolutely awesome. We had a clean-cut player get arrested for some weird reason with a detective quote dragging onto the door handle for like 20 yards. The guy thinks he's John McClane for some reason. I don't know why he couldn't use his radio. That's kind of what it's for, but he doesn't recognize him. And he had the big PGA, like member of PGA on the side of his car. So guy just wants to be Jason Bourne, John McClane. And then but shout out and Xander Schauffele, man, finally got over that hump, finally got him a major. Now it's Victor Hovland's turn. I like it when people succeed. Not everyone, but I like it when most people succeed. I'm not wishing them to break a leg, like my not a literal leg, like my friend here. I'm not doing that. It's not good karma. But I also want to shout out this. Did you see what happened with Bryce Harper? I just saw this.
Prom babe.
You saw it? Okay. I just saw it. Literally before it's on the Okay, so for who doesn't know this,
I'm not
quick anecdote for everyone who doesn't know this. This is hilarious. And I'll give a grade on this, by the way, too. He goes up. This kid, I don't know how he knows this kid or how he found him, but this kid's going to ask this girl to the prom. Bryce Harper walks up to him at the door. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. That's what I'm thinking. She's going to see him like, yeah, that's one way to get her to go out with you. And not only he doesn't say a word the whole time. When they do it, she sits there and she's like, oh my God. He's the one who talks to her and says, so, yeah, you want to go to the prom with him? Kid never says a word. And she goes and hugs Bryce Harper. It takes her a hot minute to even realize the kid exists before she hugs him. And I'm like, yeah, the winner, I love what they said on Around the Horn. They said, the only winner of this story is the dad who came out after who got to shake Bryce Harper's hand because everyone else in this is a loser. Bryce Harper is now going to be asked to do this a lot. The kid never even asked his own prom date out, and she didn't even hug him first. And I'm like, and he just didn't even ask her himself. I'm like, that is weak. That is weak sauce, man. Oh my God. That is absolutely, you got to get him to ask for you. Oh my God. That's just great. You know what grade I give that? You know what grade I give that? A solid it's not even an F, it's minus. That is ballless. That is ballless. You should be ashamed. She's not even gonna think about you on prom night. She's not even gonna think about you on prom night. She's gonna say so
exactly. Even the at the think of the at the party. You know what she's gonna say? Bryce. Oh, Bryce. Oh, Bryce. Oh, Bryce.
I was inferring. I wasn't gonna go there. I was inferring. But yes.
My grade. I'm sorry.
No, even when she sees him, he picks her up, she's like, "Wait, Bryce is in here." that kid doomed himself. So you got a limo. Is Bryce in there? Yeah, he paid for that. Wait, it's the whole night.
Yeah,
she's gonna be expecting. You've set unrealistic expectations, bro, and you didn't even ask her. You should be ashamed of yourself. What's wrong with you?
I got one grade for this.
What's your grade?
C, as in cock. He got cock-a-doodle doo by Bryce Harper.
I know. You mean like this?
Exactly.
I'm like, oh, dude, that's weak sauce. That is applesauce. That is straight up crisscross applesauce. You should be ashamed of yourself, kid. Oh my God. And he's wearing like soccer shorts and stuff. You didn't go over in there with slacks or nothing on. What's up, bro? Come on. I mean, it's coming from me. I'm saying I'm wearing a damn beanie. I should have said that. I'm just like, Bryce, man. How is Bryce even going to endorse this? How is he going to endorse? What did he owe this kid? He lose a bet or something? All right. All right. So hey, is Bryce here tonight? Yeah. All right. So that's where I had to say. I had to be said. I just couldn't help it. I saw it before the show. So I want to also, first you can find me at LivingGood09. You can find us, all of our colleagues, Jordan. You can find some of myself. You can find Gabe and Andre and Siddharth, and the list goes on and on. I'm sorry, I love all you. I swear. I'm Josh.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
we love
everyone's
we
names.
love you guys.
And Charles, I can't wait to see a weather report at some point. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, find me at Living Good, LivingGood09. I'm streaming this all through all of the platforms under my Twitter or Twix, and under my Facebook. It's on YouTube under ScOutCast, or it'll be under Onside Take, one of the two, but it'll be under my name. So thank you so much for watching. And I also want to say thank you to Jordan for making it outside of jury duty, starting doing his duty to the duty for
grand jury duty.
Yeah, it sounds fun. It sounds like I'm not gonna say it. I never go to jury duty. To hell with that. All right. They're all guilty in my opinion. Don't choose me. Anything else you want to say before I sign you off, my friend?
Nothing else. But Stip Biscuit is coming for us all.
What did you say?
E-Rock, the Stip Biscuit.
I don't know what that was. I thought
Limp Bizkit.
I thought you said
E-Rock is rocking the Limp Bizkit.
E-Rock
is rocking Limp Bizkit better than Limp Bizkit's.
I'm pulling Fred Durst. That's what you're saying. All right, I'll take it.
Fred Durst, baby.
Hey, Eminem was tight with Fred Durst. Why not? All right, man. I'll see you later. I'm gonna sign us off, man.
See ya.
One love. Well, everyone, that about wraps it up for today. Go out, and when you do go ask your date to go to prom, if you have a celebrity, make sure you actually ask the question, and then you can get the hug first. Don't rely on Bryce Harper. That's just, don't rely on Bryce Harper anyway, but still, at least do like Juan Soto or something like that, or who knows. All right, actually, get someone to get Shohei. He doesn't even speak English, because then he won't be able to say anything to her. So there you go. He wouldn't have his interpreter with him. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all tuning in. But that's it for us, and we bid you adieu. Thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.